Doug Flutie has battled them all. Incredible odds, football exile, and the stigma of size. But the Magic Man still amazes and excites all who watch.
Flutie rolling out, and he is in for the touchdown, and you believe it!
I established myself in Canada. I won 3 championships. There wasn't a lot more to prove up there. I wanted to come down here and take the next challenge and try to take that run in the Super Bowl.
Flutie's play has Buffalo rolling and back in the hunt in the AFC East.
It is unbelievable!
Tonight, the Carolina Panthers host the Buffalo Bills on ESPN Sunday Night Football.
On ESPN. Let's launch this thing now.
Charlotte, North Carolina on a cool, crisp October evening, and right in the middle of downtown, Ericsson Stadium, where a sellout crowd of over 73,000 is here looking for a Panther victory #1 and to check out the exciting Doug Flutie. Hello, everybody. I'm Mike Patrick, along with Joe Theismann and Paul McGuire. It's great to have you with us. Buffalo comes in 3-3 after a winless September. They are undefeated in October and looking to go 4-0 to end the month. And Joe, right in the middle of all that excitement, a name from the past, Doug Flutie.
He really is a name from the past, Mike. He spent 6 MVP seasons up in the Canadian Football League. Actually played 8 MVP in 6 of them. He's brought a magic to this Buffalo Bill football team where everybody believes in what he does. He's an improvisational scrambler. When he gets out and tries to make plays, there's never a dead play. He is the leader of this football team right now. He's taken over, done an excellent job. And when you talk to the players, they believe in Flutie Mania.
On the other side, the Carolina Panthers are living proof of how fast things can change in the NFL. Just 2 years ago, they were in the NFC Championship game. Since then, 7-9 last year, 0-6 this year. How does Dom Capers get that elusive first victory, Paul?
Well, it's very simple. You just run the football and you have to block Bruce Smith. Now, Carolina Panthers are dead last in the National Football League in rushing the football. 69 yards per game, and only 2 of their offensive linemen have started all 6 games. They need to be committed to run the football. Now, Blake Brockemeyer will start at left offensive tackle. He's coming off an injury. He's not 100%, and the only job he has to do tonight is block Bruce Smith. Good luck, Blake.
All right, Paul, you can bet Bruce Smith is eager for the battle, while Steve Berline just eager for that first win. It's all next on ESPN Sunday Night Football.
ESPN welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Back to Ericsson Stadium. Let's check in on the sideline with Solomon Wilcox.
Thanks, Mike. Coach Capers, defending a quarterback like Doug Flutie offers a very unique challenge. What concerns you most about his special abilities?
Well, number one, you have to stay active in both the rush and coverage because of his ability to improvise and make the big play.
Now, Steve Berline has done well filling in since the departure of Kerry Collins. The running game has struggled. What must your team do in order to come away with a win tonight?
Well, I think that's the key. We have to run the ball better, and we have to do a better job of stopping the run and then find a way to make a play in the 4th quarter to win the game.
All right, thanks, Coach. Mike, let's send it back upstairs to you.
All right, Solomon, thanks very much. And there's Wade Phillips, 3rd year as an NFL head coach, his first with the Buffalo Bills, trying to go over 500 and sweep the month of October. John Casey to kick to Eric Moulds and Kevin Williams. Williams, number 6 in the AFC in kickoff returns. 2 yards deep, he'll bring it out. Hit at the 15, dumped at the 16. For Buffalo's offense, Doug Flutie making the most of his 2nd NFL chance. 5 touchdowns, only 1 pick, the number 4 ranking in the AFC. The second-year man, Smith, now the featured back in an offense committed to the run. Reed, number 3 all-time in NFL receptions. Up front, Brown has been to the last 2 Pro Bowls. Panos was signed from the Eagles to add some toughness. Smith on the delay, nowhere to go. Picks up maybe 2. The Carolina defense has had trouble stopping the run. Gilbert had ended in the 3-4, not the impact player he was in a 4-3. It's a linebacker-oriented system, and Kevin Green has the NFL lead in sacks with 11 on a pace for a record 29. Injuries have weakened what should have been a great secondary. Evans has been playing with one hand. Alexander has been forced to move to strong safety. Kevin Green with just a remarkable season so far. Flutie with time. Flutie. That's why they have fallen in love with him in Buffalo.
There's no such thing as a bad play when Doug Flutie drops back to pass. He's so quick for a guy supposedly his age. Watch the quickness that he shows. He's still looking downfield. Now he seizes the opportunity to run.
Reuben Brown, 79 on Sean Gilbert. That's his old roommate from college. Look at this. They're blocking. They keep Sean Gilbert inside along with Fina. That's just good blocking by the offensive line.
3rd and a yard. Flutie on a naked boot. Shovel pass. Reamersma. 1st down. Oh, he's showing you the whole playbook on the first series.
How much more can one man do? First time he scrambles and runs for a 1st down. Now he puts the defender in an absolute bind. Greg Lloyd just doesn't know what to do. Do I come after Flutie? Okay, now let me go after him. He just flips it out. Tight end makes the play. Here, watch this. This is a push pass. We've defined a new type of throwing in the National Football League. A push pass.
I'm sitting there looking at Lloyd thinking, and Lloyd just turned around and put his hands up like, what am I supposed to do?
Joan and Richard Flutie have made the trip to watch their son perform in his 2nd consecutive NFL start. Flutie again. They got him, but he picked up 2. Kevin Green led the charge for the Carolina defense. He has fired up the Buffalo area so much simply because of plays like this. He has a magic about him. He always has. Ever since that Hail Mary at Boston College, people have expected the miracle from Doug Flutie. And there's Rob Johnson, the starting quarterback until he was hurt. Flutie says, I'm number 2. It is Rob Johnson's football team. Finally, a conventional play as Antoine Smith gets a couple.
You mean him running around is not conventional?
No, well, it is for him.
That's what I was just going to say. The thing that has to be established tonight by the Buffalo Bills, they have to establish some type of a running game in order for the Carolina defense not to tee off and match up linebackers on Doug Flutie's attempted running lanes. It's very important that Wade Phillips' football team is able to pound out some 1st downs.
Thurman Thomas in his new role as the 3rd down back is on the field, and we have a Carolina Panther down. And it's inside linebacker Jeff Brady, who's number 2 on this team in tackles. He came in with bad ribs. May have re-injured them. We'll check on his condition when we come back. It looks like Brady has a cut behind his ear. He's being tended on the sideline. 3rd and 6. This is where Carolina has suffered this year. They are 28th in the NFL on 3rd down. Their defense simply hasn't been able to get off the field. Flutie with time, throws complete, and diving for the 1st down, Eric Moulds. There is a marker down on the play.
Holding number 33 of the defense. Penalty is declined. Result of the play is first down.
Doug Evans, the right corner.
I'm going to tell you what, Joe. I don't care how much magic you have. I don't care how tall or how short you are. I don't care what you weigh. If you have that much time to throw a football, you're going to find someone open.
Yeah, Doug Flutie is a pro quarterback. You give him time, he's going to hurt you.
Thurman Thomas remains in on first down. And now Carolina is going to use a timeout. Opening possession of the ball game. The Bills are moving. And Joe Theismann, he can't throw over opposing linemen.
Mike, a lot of people can't throw over opposing linemen. As we look at the ESPN pre-play, the objective is to throw through lanes. Doug Flutie's listed at 5'10". He's really not that big, but so what? His offensive line is 6'3½". They're probably 6'4". So what? The key here is when he drops back that those linemen create throwing lanes and that the receivers, as they run their routes, also hold themselves into the lanes to give Doug an opportunity to find them. That is the key to him being successful as a quarterback.
That last play, Carolina had only 10 players on the field. That's why they used the timeout. Flutie straight back, unloads for Moles. And he got it. What a catch at the 20. He beat Doug Evans 31 yards. What a catch.
What a terrific throw over the outside shoulder. But Eric Moles is working on Doug Evans. Remember, Evans only has one hand to work with. He releases. He can't get a jam on him. That's his strength. So Moles is running basically uncontested. Terrific job of keeping your feet in and focusing on the ball.
Not a bad throw, huh?
No, not a bad throw at all. Gets both feet down.
Flutie so far, 3 out of 3, 50 yards. He's rushed for another 10. Over the middle, behind, caught by Moles. Touchdown. Evans had a shot at it off his hands, and Moles catches.
I'll tell you, here's one that Flutie gets away with. I mean, if Evans has got two hands, this is a great possibility for an interception. Doug Evans' left hand has got a cast on it, and it's hindered him all year since he broke it. But watch this throw. If Doug Evans has two hands, he makes this interception. It bounces off his chest, but great concentration by Eric Moles to get the touchdown.
The point after by Christie is good. And the Buffalo Bills march the length of the field to start the game and take a 7-0 lead.
Mount McKinley.
Doug Evans on the sideline. He has really been troubled by that cast on his hand. It has really affected his coverage, and it obviously affected the way he tried to catch that football. Got into his body, popped up in the air, and it was a touchdown. Christie to kick to Oliver and Bates. Bates from the 9 with blinding speed. Cut down at the 26. Solomon Wilcots down on the sideline was an excellent defensive back. It's tough enough to play with two hands, Solomon. How about one?
Yeah, Mike, that's right. You know, ever since Panthers cornerback Doug Evans sustained a dislocation to his left thumb earlier this season, well, it has prohibited him from playing his normal physical brand of bump and run coverage. Here you see a healthy Doug Evans without a cast, getting his hands on Detroit wide receiver Herman Moore. Every coach will tell you in bump and run coverage, it's essential for a cornerback to get his hands on the receiver. He should have had the interception, but the cast didn't allow him to do so.
Fred Lane on 1st and 10, and Lane barrels across the 30 to about the 32. Doug Evans, a tremendous free agent acquisition from the Green Bay Packers. And with Eric Davis at the other corner, they figured they were really set in the secondary.
It's made it hard for him to go into the one-on-one packages they wanted to on the corner and be able to put a lot of multiple looks and pressure on quarterbacks.
2nd and 4. And tonight they want to run the football. Holasek, nice tackle. The Panthers offense now run by Steve Berline. He's thrown the ball very well with a quarterback rating that's now over 100. Lane has been frustrated with few chances in the running game, but Ismail and Muhammad are putting up better numbers. Injuries along the line have been the major problem. Only Lucina and David Garrido have started every game this year. Anthony Johnson checks in as the 3rd down back. 3rd and 5. under pressure and throws incomplete, intended for the Rocket. Marcellus Wiley coming hard from the left side.
Again, you're just looking at a situation where Beuerlein, when you don't have enough time to look down the field and you know that pass rush is coming. Marcellus Wiley, number 75, Bruce Smith, number 78. They were both coming. He had to get rid of it.
Ken Walters averaging only 40.8, and that's 14th in the conference, to kick to Williams. Beautiful high kick. Fair catch called for and made at the 28. A punt of 41 and no return. We've got a timeout on the field. The Bills by a touchdown.
Remember the Bocce pizza of years ago? Well, not much has changed in 51 years. We still take great care and pride in creating homemade pizza dough and delicious sauce from scratch. Our secret recipes have made us a Buffalo tradition.
I've been coming here since Dino himself has made pizza.
Dino's Bocce Club Pizza. Same dedicated family ownership, serving Buffalo's best pizza for 50 years. In Eggertsville and East Amherst. Call now.
Jack Atkins Ford in South Buffalo is helping you gear up for fall with incredible deals on these Windstar vans and Rangers and F-Series pickups. And for a limited time, you can purchase these four-door vehicles starting at 1.9% financing. That's right, all three vehicles, 4 doors, starting at 1.9% financing. So stop by today and see why at Jack Atkins Ford we stand out.
Jack Atkins Ford, we stand out.
Visit Blossom Hardware for the hottest in vent-free heating. Warm up that cold cellar or family room with a new vent-free heater from Blossom Hardware. Like these beautiful fireplace sets in all sizes with no chimney required. Or the ceramic gas log sets that install in any old fireplace. Also vent-free, warm up with the Vermont Castings cast iron stove in many beautiful colors. Again, vent-free. And the infrared wall heaters in all sizes to fit any room with no venting required. Certified installation available. Blossom Hardware, Transit Road in West Seneca.
ESPN Sunday Night Football is brought to you by OnNet from MCI WorldCom, your one connection to the world. By Residence Inn. By Marriott. Room to relax, room to work, room to breathe. By Sunny Delight. Reach for the good stuff, reach for the sun. And by Mercedes-Benz. Buffalo starts from its own 27-yard line. Smith on the toss. Sam Gash in front, cuts it back, and picks up 2 to the 29.
Doug Flutie had a drive on his last drive, the last possession that Buffalo had the ball, where most guys don't put this many plays together in a half a season. He does it in one drive. The first one he starts by scrambling. Looks downfield, doesn't have anybody, so he uses his legs, picks up the first down. Then he does the old push pass. We've renamed a new one. Perfect pass to Eric Moles down the sidelines, and then a rebound for a touchdown. That's quite a first drive.
Not a bad start. 2nd and 8. Smith, running room. Across the 40, 45, midfield. Antoine Smith finally stopped by Brent Alexander, but it's a gain of 21.
You know, we've talked to Antoine Smith about following Sam Gash, number 33, and the Buffalo Bills went out and got him on the offseason. Watch number 33 and watch what Antoine Smith does. He sees the block outside, but he sees the hole inside. So he told us yesterday, if that hole is on the inside, I'm going to take it.
He took that one for 21. It's another first down for the Bills. Smith again. A couple this time. Keep in mind, Buffalo's record may be only 3-3, but in 2 of the last 3 weeks, they have knocked off undefeated teams, San Francisco and Jacksonville.
What they really started to do is their passing game has started to get better. Wade Phillips feels like his defense is now starting to come into its own. They're playing very well as a football team, and when you talk to Bruce Smith, he said very simply, hey, the difference in our football team is the attitude that we put forward.
Joe Pendry, who was the offensive coordinator here in Carolina before this season. Flutie, incomplete. His first incompletion of the game, again intended for Moles, and Evans out there on the coverage.
Wasn't it interesting talking to Flutie yesterday and you know, just knowing him and coming down here after being in Canada, Joe, we asked him, said, do you feel like every single game you have to prove yourself? And he looked, yes, he said, I really do. I think that, you know, I'm always under the microscope for every game I play.
Yeah, because no matter what he does, people are going to say, well, he did it because he's this or because he's too small. And he handles the pressure tremendously.
3rd and 7. Here comes the blitz. They pick it up. Flutie with time and throws a strike. It's a first down to Kevin Williams. His 11th catch of the year, and Eric Davis took him out of bounds, a gain of 19.
Watch number 85, Jay Reamersmont. He comes out, and he's going to chip on Kevin Green. This is how they block him. Remember now, he's a tight end. Wham! They take Kevin Green here. Now Kevin Green doesn't have a chance to get back here.
Now, Kevin Green has really taken, or excuse me, Kevin Williams has taken over the slot position for Andre Reed and given him a little bit more speed and quickness at that position.
Flag is down as Thurman Thomas goes out of bounds around the 16-yard line. This one may come back. Let's see. And it will.
Illegal formation. The end is not up on the line of scrimmage. 5 yards. Repeat first down.
That's one of those Canadian formations that Doug every now and then has flashbacks, and he gets guys lined up in different positions.
Penalties have hurt the Bills.
Well, on that play, they had Thurman Thomas split out, and he was the guy that didn't get up on the line of scrimmage. I mean, has he really accepted his role as basically the third down back?
Thurman Thomas hitting the backfield. He'll lose yardage. And that was because Greg Lloyd was right there. ESPN Sunday Night Football continues next week with a major battle in the AFC West. Tim Brown and the Raiders head to Seattle to take on Ricky Watters and the Seahawks. Join Joe Theismann, Paul McGuire, and me right after primetime at 8:15 Eastern. ESPN and ABC, your exclusive networks for primetime NFL football. 2nd and 18. Thomas remains in the game. 3 wide receivers. Flutie with the out, throws another strike to the 25-yard line. That's Andre Reed.
What the Buffalo Bills are doing is they're putting Doug Flutie in the shotgun to give him an opportunity to see the lanes, to see the field a little bit easier. It's something they do with him that they don't necessarily do with Rob Johnson. But it allows him to be back away from the line. It's a little bit easier for him to see the zones. And I got to believe that Carolina is going to have to commit some people to go after him and get in his throwing lanes. They can't leave him stand back there and just pick the secondary apart.
Well, he's already 6 out of 7 for 101 yards and a touchdown. 3rd and 6 here. Flutie rifles this one for Williams, but it's incomplete.
You got a shot from a low end zone just to show how hard it is to see.
Here comes the field goal team. Steve Christie will attempt to make it a 10-0 lead. And this will be a 43-yard attempt. Christie is at 7 of 11 this season. This one through the heart of the uprights, and the Buffalo Bills have scored on consecutive possessions and lead 10-0.
Now, Mr. Wells, we're going to monitor your thoughts. Listen carefully.
These overhead shots provided by the Southwest Airlines Aerial Cam high above Erickson Stadium for ESPN Sunday Night Football. It's the Nation's Bank Building in downtown Charlotte. Beautiful city, particularly at night. Christie floats one to the near side. Winslow Oliver from the 6. A seam up the middle, nailed as he got to the 24. The Buffalo defense shows both a 4-3 and a 3-4, but the constant is the excellent play of Washington, Hanson, and the future Hall of Famer Smith. At linebacker, John Holisek, the team's leading tackler. He's played so well in the middle, he received a big contract extension last weekend. In the secondary, Irvin and Smith, pretty good cover guys at the corners, and Jones at strong safety, a very aggressive player. Bruce Smith, 3.5 sacks so far, #2 all-time. Furline, short set, throws. Mohammed has it at the 31-yard line.
Carolina has to establish some type of control on offense and keep the ball a little bit. First of all, to give its defense some rest. And Dom Capers, even though he wants to run the football, Steve Berline is an excellent quarterback if you want to run a controlled passing game like Gil Haskell, the coordinator from Green Bay, who's come here, has implemented.
They are 4th in the NFL in passing, dead last in rushing. And they'll whistle this play dead.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 85. 5 yards. It's still second down.
That's the guy you don't expect to make the mistake. The veteran Wesley Walls, the tight end. He's another Carolina Panther playing with a cast. Not featured nearly as much as he used to be in this offense.
I saw him warming up, and that cast doesn't seem to be bothering him very much.
Second and 7 after the penalty. Berline, another short set. This one to the rocket up to the 39-yard line. And he's brought down by Thomas Smith.
Rocket is by number 81. Thomas Smith told us yesterday, I'm going to play up on these guys. They're going to have to beat me deep. And this play here, the rocket came inside. That was just a beautiful pass by Berline.
Those are the kind of plays that set up defensive backs to bite and then try and go up top on them.
Floyd up the middle after they fake the toss. And Floyd will get about 3. Sean Price and Gabe Northern on the tackle for Buffalo.
William Floyd was brought here because he's familiar with this offense. And the fullback in a quote-unquote West Coast style offense usually is an excellent receiver, gets his share of carries. So far this year, William Floyd only has 11 receptions and just 13 carries prior to that. He has got to become a bigger part of this offense as well for it to be productive.
And it's the main reason he left San Francisco. He was just tired of being used as a blocking back. Berline, another short set. The rocket in the flat. Nice tackle by Ken Irvin.
On the coverage, Ken Irvin.
Gil Haskell has become the offensive coordinator, came down from Green Bay. He came here specifically to improve Carolina's passing game. And they have. They've been much more proficient. Their wide receivers have now become threats in their offense. The problem that they've had is they lived with an old running back offense style. He's going to modify that in the not too distant future as well.
3rd and 3. Out of the eye. Play action by Berline. Floyd can't hold it in the flat. Would have been a first down.
Which one of you guys said excellent pass receiver? You?
I did, but go ahead. Go ahead.
No, this ball is a little bit high.
Oh, thank you.
It is. If Berline puts the ball way to the outside, look at Floyd. He's got to reach for it. Still, he gets 2 hands on the ball. He should have caught it.
I agree with you, but I think, you know something? He was almost too open. If you're a quarterback and a guy is that open, so often you get out of your rhythm and the ball sails a little bit on you. I think that's what happened.
Paul apparently just laying in wait tonight for either one of us. Good thing is, Paul, you don't have to wait long. Fair catch made at the 18 after a punt of 35. ESPN's college football lineup for next Saturday begins at 11 a.m. with College Game Day. Then at noon, you'll see Michigan battling Minnesota, and at 7:30, North Carolina takes on ACC rival Florida State. Our college football schedule on ESPN for this coming Saturday. Halloween coming out early here at Erickson Stadium.
Well, defensively, Carolina's got to put something together. The Bills have had the ball 2 possessions. One 7 points, the other one 3 points. They got to start slowing them down.
Antoine Smith is the single setback with gash on a wing. Smith. And if you're wondering what that gold-colored line on the field is, it is our latest technical innovation called ESPN's 1st and 10, a visual reference for you to always know the yard line an offense has to reach for a first down. 1st and 10 exclusively on ESPN. Second and 6 for the Bills. Flutie to Moulds. Boy, Doug Evans was right there. Moulds knew he was going to be drilled, and he made the catch. Moulds is a great story because the first 2 years with injuries, he gave them virtually nothing.
He really did, Mike, and now you take a look at a guy who's a hands catcher. Here comes the throwing lane. There's the lane that Flutie has to throw through. Moulds doesn't quite work himself up to where Flutie wanted him, but he manages to reach out and just snatch the ball for the reception.
He used to drop the ball an awful lot. Showing great hands on that one, 3rd and 1. Lloyd right in the hole. They will not get it.
Was this a wonderful play by the linebacker, number 95, Greg Lloyd. I mean, he steps up. He's looking at Thurman Thomas. They know on 3rd and short, Thurman usually gets it. You're trying to block Lloyd with a wide receiver, Kevin Williams. That isn't going to work. And look at this stop. That's perfect.
Greg Lloyd was brought in this year as insurance, and it has certainly paid off. Lamar Lathan injured his knees on IR very early, and Lloyd has been starting at that spot. Oliver signals fair catch and makes it at the 31. A punt of 40 yards, and the crowd saw the room he had and didn't like the decision.
You know it's bad when you boo the punt returner. There's a lot of other things you can boo.
Yeah, that's way down on the list, isn't it?
It's like 17
your
down.
boo list. It's like right, 17, 18.
Well, they're ready here at 0-6 after only 2 years ago being in the NFC Championship game. They have had such high expectations and been so disappointed. 10-6, you really got to believe. Fred Lane. Solid tackle by the rookie Sam Coward out of Florida State. He has been very impressive when he's had a chance to play. 24 tackles in his last 3 games. 10-0 end of the first quarter in Charlotte. You've seen fun. Rudy fever has struck upstate New York, and Paul, I know you're affected because you live there.
But, you know, everybody, they're really excited about this guy. You see signs Flutie for president. I mean, everything he's done. But what he does to the fans is, as soon as he runs with the ball, they just go crazy.
The thing is, when we spoke to Andre Reed yesterday, he said, you know, when you're on the field with him, it's just an awful lot of fun. And the thing is, you don't know where he's going to be or where the ball's coming out from. He keeps everybody on their toes on offense.
First thing Bruce Smith said, I don't care about his size, I care about his heart. Berline under pressure. Nice throw down the middle. That's complete to tight end Wesley Walls. Gain of 23.
I said it doesn't bother him catching the ball. Now he goes back and catches this ball with his right hand. He makes the right hand turn, and he'll come back and catch the ball. I mean, he knows he's got a bad left hand, but watch what Walls does. He'll turn back and catch it with his right hand, and it's a perfect throw.
Berline, if he had enough attempts, would have the 3rd highest passer rating in the NFC. He has played extremely well. Fred Lane. And Lane is one of the guys who is most frustrated on this offensive team. because he doesn't think he gets a chance to run the ball enough. The Panthers have run the ball the least of any team in the NFL. Only a third of their plays have been running plays.
Mike, it's so hard to establish any kind of a consistent running game when you don't have a consistent offensive line. They've been decimated up front. They continue to shuffle people through just to try and find some combination that Dom Capers can get some kind of efficiency out of.
2nd and 6. Lane. Boy, he hit the hole in a hurry and is very close to a first down. They needed to reach the 32. It depends on the mark.
As we said before, running the football is an attitude. Stoltenberg and Garcia on Washington. Washington is 92. Watch this double team. They're going to take him down the line of scrimmage, and Lane just cuts it back into the lane. But again, in order to run the football, I don't care that there's only been 2 offensive linemen that started all 6 games. It is an attitude. You must believe that you can run.
They'll try to get it on the ground, and Fred Lane powers his way straight up the middle. Ted Washington with a stop, but that is a first down.
But I wouldn't run at Washington too often.
Now, sooner or later, he's going to honker down, and you're not moving. I'm going to show you what honkering down is. That means that you just drop your bottom and set those big legs in the ground. There he is right in the middle. That's honkering right there. I own this space. You're not going anywhere.
See Stoltenberg's feet moving back the other way.
Go on.
Armed with a brand new contract after 124 tackles last year and was named the team's MVP. Berline on first down. Is it a catch at the 17? Did Muhammad come up with it? No call yet. The officials huddling.
4 guys have not made a call yet. Nobody gave any signal, but they're spotting the ball.
Well, you know what they did? Really, there were 4 guys there, Joe, but they all looked at each other to see, did anybody see the ball hit the ground? I think this is an excellent call. When you look at each one, here's the ball coming in. He goes down. Muhammad makes a great catch. What all 4 officials did was they looked at each other. Did you see it hit? Did you see it hit? And no one did. It's a catch.
Fred Lane is out as a flanker on this one. Berline under pressure, and Floyd dropped it. William Floyd may be frustrated because he doesn't get the ball enough, but if he drops those, they're not going to throw him anymore.
Well, I'm not going to jump on you.
You gave me that look.
But here it is. I mean, Berline does a great job getting to the outside. He throws the ball. You've got to catch these. That's twice the ball's hit it in 2 hands. Not 1 hand, but both hands.
And he's not wearing a cast.
No. Great point.
Lane tries to cut it outside. Doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Holisek led the charge. Sam Rogers was also there. We have not mentioned the name of Bruce Smith after a play. I tell you what, Brockemeyer, playing on a bad leg, is doing a heck of a job against him.
And a little bit of that has to do with the fact that the Carolina Panthers on offense have established some semblance of a running game. Fred Lane has been able to find some spaces to go, some places to go. That's the best way to neutralize Bruce Smith. Don't give him shots at your quarterback.
3rd and 10. Berline with time over the middle, complete down to the 5. That'll be another first down. Muhammad tackled by Manny Martin. Berline has been on fire.
Frank Garcia, number 65, blocking on Bruce Smith. Watch this. The whole defensive line they're at the line of scrimmage.
Musa Muhammad has just continued to get better and better, does a nice job of establishing separation, and then catches the ball with his hands. You love to see a guy use his hands. You're going to catch a lot more with your hands than you are with your body.
1st and goal for the Panthers. Fred Lane. Inside the 1 before he's forced back by Holisek and Manny Martin.
Well, we're talking about Bruce Smith, and Brockemeyer is going to have to block him, but he's going to get some help from Garcia, Frank Garcia, number 65. Watch this. They double down, but Brockemeyer gets him on his knees, and once you get Bruce down, that's it. It's over there. And here comes the run.
Second and goal inside the 1. Carolina trying to cut into a 10-point lead. Lane behind Floyd. No signal. It's third down. Holisek again.
What a play by Holisek. He runs all the way around this play to just manage to grab Lane by the feet. He comes running all the way around to make this play. Watch number 50. He's going to go all the way around to make the tackle over here. He sees the hold. He times the count. Now there he goes, circling the wagons, then dives in and grabs his feet.
Sometimes
that's why I got the new deal.
Sometimes you find guys by accident. He replaced Chris Spielman. He was an afterthought. Third and goal. Floyd. They crossed him up and gave the ball to the fullback.
The flag is against Buffalo. Bruce Smith was offside. This is a touchdown.
That's a nice call there.
Well, let's go back to Brockemeyer and Garcia. 78-65. Yes, I mean, that's just an excellent block in the middle. They cut off Washington.
Now, once you seal the middle, you don't need much of a crack down around the goal line to get in the end zone.
Casey for the point after. And the Carolina Panthers back within 3 at Ericsson Stadium in Charlotte. ESPN Sunday Night Football brought to you by DirecTV. What are you looking at? By Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of the Super Bowl. By First Union, your guide to the financial world. And by NFL Blitz. No refs, no rules, no mercy. 10-7. The Panthers have cut into that lead with 8:52 to go in the half. Casey kicks it away. Williams from the 9. And can only get back to the 20. Lenny McGill makes the stop. Bruce Smith has been quiet for that Buffalo defense.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Would you please get out of here?
Ralph Wilson, the owner of the Buffalo Bills, who has been enjoying the month of October to no end after that slow start, seeing his team trying to win its 4th in a row. Flutie under pressure, got it to Smith, and that one is going to lose yard. Jason Peter had one leg of Doug Flutie and wouldn't let go.
Doug Flutie, as he goes back, tries to avoid the rush of Jason Peter. He sets, he looks, now he's trying to slide, but he has enough presence to be able to get some kind of grasp on the ball and just shot put it out end over end.
Jason Peter was almost ready to say, make a wish, little fella. Trying to change the play, and Thurman Thomas can't hear it. Drilled by Mike Barrow. ESPN2's college football lineup for this Saturday. At noon, Northwestern takes on Michigan State. At 6, Boston College against Miami. And at 9, Wyoming battles TCU. You think Doug Flutie will be watching a Boston College-Miami game?
That was some kind of finish.
3rd and 12. Moulds! You won't catch him. Eric Moulds, touchdown. 82 yards. What a throw by Flutie.
What an incredible throw by Doug Flutie. The route is, Moulds manages to get on top of the defense. That's key in a corner pattern. He's on top of Evans. Again, Evans can't jam him. Now all he can do is try and run with him. Watch the ball come in. Just over the top, and he's not going to get caught.
You know, we asked Flutie about Doug Evans and that broken hand. He said, we're going there. There's no reason for us not to. And if you look at Moulds, he goes inside Doug Evans on his left side where he can't get a hold of him.
Christie with the point after. In 1.5 quarters, Eric Moulds has 5 catches, 145 yards, and 2 touchdowns from 5'9" Doug Flutie. Doug Flutie's parents have known the magic all their lives, but other people are just now catching on. And this one will go out of bounds and give the Carolina Panthers great field position on the special teams error.
1st and 10.
Look at Eric Moulds on Doug Evans. Doug Evans has got the cast on the left side. I know this is a corner route, but look where he takes him. He takes him way outside, and then he goes inside him where he can't get his hands on him. And then once that happens, Moulds is already behind. But look where the pass is, Joe.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. He brings it right in over the top. Defenders will always try and cut the corners off, and he brought it back in towards the field.
It's been a long time since they have had a complimentary receiver to Andre Reed. They've got it now in Moulds. Fred Lane. Manny Martin takes him out of bounds, but not until he reaches inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 21 for Fred Lane.
I said before this ball game, if Carolina wants to win this game, they've got to run the football, and running the football is an attitude.
And you got to get some blocking out of your tight end if you're going to run it. Wesley Walls, number 85 on Sam Rogers, 59. Even though he's got the bad hand, he manages to get the right on him and lock up. Now Martin just has to take a good angle to try and stop Lane from going the distance.
They are averaging 68.7 yards a game on the ground. They already have 50. Burline gets it out in a hurry. The catch made by the Rocket, and he's brought down by Ken Irvin.
Rocket Ismail is a guy who is reborn here in Carolina. When he got traded from Oakland here, he thought it was the worst thing that could happen to him. Oh, my goodness. And he's just continued to get better and better. He looks much more comfortable. He's very productive for Dom Capers, and he's really dangerous. If you get him a short pass, he makes somebody miss. He's going to be gone.
Both he and Muhsin Muhammad having very good years in this winless 0-6 season. Lane. Washington hit him first, and little Fred Lane still manages to get out of the 29-yard line.
You know, this is about a 2.5-yard run by Fred Lane, but he makes this thing happen. He's hit about 4 times, but the thing that keeps him going are his feet. And if you keep your feet going, good things will happen.
Another guy that has great feet, Barry Sanders, who happens to be the guy that he's tried to model himself after. Not a bad model.
No. If you're going to pick one, that's the one to start with. Third and a yard. And they'll blow this play dead.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 65, 5 yards. It's still 3rd down.
It's Frank Garcia, the left guard, and that's about the first mistake the offensive line has made tonight.
You know, they've been playing so well that they take a 6.5-minute drive. They go down and put 7 points on the board, bring them back into the football game, and then you got 3rd and about a half a yard, and you make a dumb mistake.
Garcia really playing out of position. He moved from center. They've gone through some centers this year. It started in our final preseason game against Pittsburgh. Burline, Muhammad can't hold it. Separated by Manny Martin. Martin is in for the injured Kurt Schultz. He played very well a week ago, and that was a big play there.
Well, Muhammad does just a terrific job of beating Thomas Smith off the line of scrimmage to get into the void between the double zone. Beuerlein sees it right away, and he fires it into the void as Muhammad goes up. Probably would have been a catch if he was able to hang on to it, because he would have been knocked out of bounds by the defender, but he doesn't get both feet down. Good defensive play.
Bad snap, they can't get it down. And the punter, Walter, throwing it downfield. Would have been a 52-yard field goal, but they couldn't handle the snap.
You see the Holosick, what he did? I mean, this, you talk about heads-up football by a linebacker. Holosick, number 52, instead of catching the ball, which would have been the ball there, knocks it down.
I'm Ross Salino.
After the botched field goal attempt, Buffalo will take over at its 35. Smith lost his footing and went to the 39.
Well, the two things happen on this play. Ken Walter, by throwing the ball, saves his team, Carolina, about 14 yards. There's John Holosick, and what he does, instead of catching the ball, he knocks the ball down, which he, well, all right, here we go. Ken Walter, watch what he does. He throws the ball, which saves his team 14 yards. Holosick knocks the ball away, saves his team about 6 yards.
Flutie on the naked boot, being chased by Sean Gilbert. And dives for the stick, so does Greg Lloyd.
Sean Gilbert got caught one of those things like, uh-oh.
Well, he did it to Greg Lloyd before. When you get Flutie naked on the corner and it's you and him, he has so many options. Gilbert actually does a good job, holds his position, but I think you underestimate how fast and quick Doug really is. Of course, that's been the story of his career, totally underestimated.
He's smart, too. He knows Sean Gilbert's 318 pounds, and he's getting to the sideline. Flutie under pressure. That one is picked up by Kevin Green. Green with the coverage on Antoine Smith, and he made a heck of a play.
And that was a very bad interception, and the reason why it was on 1st and 10. Those, to me, are the worst that you can possibly throw.
You know, there's only so many things you can possibly do, and I agree with Joe. There's times to throw it away. Well, look at Kevin Green in coverage. He's got his eye on Flutie. He's got his eye on Antoine Smith, and that's just a great interception, going down for the ball.
Sometimes you try and make a little too much out of plays.
Only the second interception of the year for Doug Flutie. He knew it was a bad throw, and he didn't get away with it. Life for Carolina in Buffalo territory. Beuerlein to Lane in the flat. Well, it was covered beautifully by Thomas Smith. Came up from the corner in a hurry. Kevin Green, you say anything about guys who get down with an 0-6 record. Kevin Green may be depressed because of the 0-6 record, but it doesn't mean you don't get 100% on every single play. He is a delight to watch. Fred Lane got to the outside, and again, Thomas Smith with a big play. Carolina, of course, winless in the first 6. We asked Kevin Green how they turn things around.
What you got to do is you just got to keep freaking fighting. Keep fighting, keep plugging, keep chopping wood. And with the people on this team that have the hearts and drive and desire, things that change, things that turn. You just keep going and keep going and keep going, and things are bound to change. And never say die, and that's what you got to do.
You got to love them. That infectious enthusiasm when anybody's around. Beuerlein trying to keep the drive alive. Wesley Walls at the 31-yard line. The 2-minute warning at 17-7 Bills.
The sun becomes her profile. Bobby Boucher, they call him the water boy. 190 pounds, lives with his mother, and constantly tormented by everyone. But then,
stop making fun of me.
Boucher discovered his special gift.
Damn.
Now the whole world will feel his pain.
Please don't hurt me.
Adam Sandler, The Water Boy, rated PG-13, starts November 6th.
This is when the big dogs come out.
In driving rain, pro football is played.
That's one of the magnificent Panthers outside this gorgeous Ericsson Stadium in Charlotte. Those things are enormous, and this is a beautiful facility.
You know, after we saw that Kevin Green thing, I'm not kidding. Yesterday was the first time, Joe Theismann, I've ever seen you come out of an interview sweating.
Yeah, you would have too if you sat in front of Kevin. Look at it. Look at the eyes. Alone the eyes scare you. Believe me. It's the first time I think I have sweat. No, it is the first time.
First and 10, Carolina. Kevin Green hoping his offense can do something. Furline with time, going for the rocket, and knocked away by Smith. 3 big plays in a row by Thomas Smith. 2 on run support, that one in coverage.
Thomas Smith sat in the room yesterday with us and said, I want them to throw the ball deep. Go ahead and throw it deep.
What he'll do is he challenges the rocket right at the line of scrimmage and then turns and goes with it. It's a little pump and go. They try to go up top. Now see him get his head around at the last second? That's a perfectly played ball. Run with the receiver. When he looks up, you look up, and then he gets that inside hand to knock it away.
Thomas Smith out of North Carolina, an excellent cover corner. 2nd and 10. Furline wants the screen and almost intercepted. Sam Rogers had a touchdown and couldn't hold it. The receiver fell down, and Furline got lucky.
Well, I'll tell you, Furline got lucky, but Bruce Smith, and they're calling
illegal contact. Number 28 of the defense, 5 yards, automatic first down.
That was downfield.
That was downfield. I'm telling you, Bruce Smith read the screen. He was going to get back, and Brockemeyer just cuts his legs out. Bruce Smith, they let him get through. Brockemeyer is number 78 blocking. You see Bruce Smith on Brockemeyer here. Watch what happens. He's going to read screen. Now, I see the screen. As he comes, look at Brockemeyer. Just cuts him in the backfield.
And in that tackle box area, that is not a clip. That is legal. It's not appreciated by defensive linemen, but it's legal. And Brockemeyer's done a heck of a job on the future Hall of Famer. Lane trying to get outside, cuts it back inside the 25.
Sam Coward he's in there because of his ability to make plays. You talk about a guy who can just flat run from sideline to sideline. No matter how far Lane wanted to stretch this outside, number 56 was going to hunt him down. Watch number 56 on the left side of your screen. They can't block him. He flows too quick. And watch him deliver the impact. It's a position he played at Florida State. Terrific run defender.
Furline Walls can't hold this one. And I will guarantee you that's because of the cast on his hand. This guy never drops it.
That ball, Joe hit him in the left hand. If he gets a chance to turn around and get his right hand there, he can catch the ball. We've already seen him catch a couple of them by turning and catching with his right hand. This ball is going to hit him where he has the cast on the left side. The ball is thrown to the outside. Watch. Hits the cast, bounces off.
Wesley Walls is as good a receiving tight end as there has been in this league in a long, long time.
He's that good with just one hand.
That's right. Mark Carrier comes in as a third wide out on 3rd and 8. Furline dumps it to Johnson. Anthony Johnson down inside the 10-yard line. First down, Panthers.
That's a real nice job by the wide receivers, running real hard to take the defenders and the linebackers all the way back past the 10-yard line and allow Anthony Johnson to slide out underneath the coverage.
I said at the beginning of this game, Blake Brockemeyer, good luck blocking Bruce Smith, 78 on 78. Watch this. Is this good blocking?
Berline looks downfield, sets it up nice. Anthony Johnson just slides inside.
Berline over the middle. Henry Jones. Henry Jones with the interception. Intended for Carrier. But Henry Jones cut in front of the pattern, gets his 3rd interception of the season. Huge play for the strong safety.
You just can't try and force it. Berline tries to get it in. Carrier's being mauled on the way out. You see what Berline sees? It's way too tight. Just way too tight down there. He had a clear vision. Couldn't squeeze it in.
Henry Jones having a big year for the Buffalo Bills. And now with less than a minute to go, we'll see what Buffalo wants to do on offense. They start with Antoine Smith, and he'll get it out to the 22. Coming up on the Toyota halftime report, Chris Berman with the fastest 3 minutes in television. We'll take a look at the Jaguars and the Broncos, the big shootout in Denver, and we'll have Tom Jackson's analysis as well. And I'm sure you'll get to see a record-tying 63-yard field goal by Jason Elam. Clock is running, only 23 seconds to go. Buffalo in no hurry to get it off. And Flutie fumbles the snap from center. All they're trying to do is kill the clock, and they nearly made the big mistake.
And they just killed it.
That's the end of the first half. The score, Buffalo 17, Carolina 7. Let's join Chris Berman and Tom Jackson for the Toyota halftime report.
All right, Michael, thank you very much. So the Bills lead at 17-7 at the half. Nobody does circle the wagon like the Buffalo Bills. Tom Jackson is with me. Tommy, we're watching 2 quarterbacks, and at least it's an exciting game.
Well, a couple of mistakes made by both Flutie and Berline toward the end of the half in the form of interceptions, but the thing that